And we switch to the game really quickly. And is the game? Yes, the audio is there, thankfully. So we loaded the game. And wow, 9 hours into the game already. Let's go. So we're just gonna start off simply with Taylor.
Experience heart-to-heart fragment.
Yes, give me the heart-to-heart fragment with Taylor. Taylor is, weirdly enough, a nice character, although he does have kind of a douchebaggy moments from time to time. Then again, who doesn't? People are like that, what the hell is this place? Wow. Is that your freaking house? As soon as I enter Taylor's house, I'm taken aback. Yeah, wow. There's so much space in here, and there's so much nice lighting, and it's so nicely decorated. Wow. It's a night and day difference when I compare it to Isaac's. You can tell that he's on the cutting edge. Everything is so modern. But I guess it had to be. I would imagine a streamer needs to stay current. There must be all sorts of trends in the field, just like any other. Whatever he was doing though, he was doing it right. It's nice to be somewhat other than the Triple R though. All of my other meetings and outings seem to revolve around that place. But here I was, in Taylor's home, just like we planned at the nightclub.
Well, what do you think, Delta? This is my castle, my pride and joy. And even better, I made it with no middleman.
Wow! I am incredibly impressed that you decorated it yourself then. Wow! It's incredible. I'm really happy for you. Yeah, because you like being the one in the middle. This is it? I thought you were like super successful. Oh, we can be incredibly rude here. But at the same time, doing the back-to-back with a friend, it's tit for tat basically. But I guess we can go with yeah. I want to flirt with him.
Wow, you know me so well. Why not settle for the best of both worlds, right? Little bit of each is clearly the best way to go.
True, a little bit of Taylor and a little bit of his house, because why not?
And if you're lucky, maybe I'll let you take part. I hope my intentions were clear enough when I invited you over. Been eyeing you since day one, and I'd like to think you took notice.
Huh? He smiles at me before quickly changing the subject. Pointing to the table, I noticed 2 plates of food. I was actually starving, so I appreciated. Wow, he came prepared.
2 Taylor specials, an absolute classic. So, what do you say? Want to take a seat?
Definitely. I nod and we move to the couch. Hell yeah, give me the food. I took down the plate. I looked down at the plate. I'm not sure what I see. Whatever Taylor's special was, it was certainly unique.
It's pretty simple, actually. Your favorite chicken sandwich smothered in honey dill sauce. And if you're so inclined, a slice of provolone to top it all off.
That sounds fairly nice. Fairly simple as well. Bringing a honeydill sounds nice. Although each to their own. Some people dislike dill and some people dislike cilantro. I do not understand hype for cilantro. It's so weird to me. It's like, it's freaking soap. Chicken sandwich, is that lore friendly?
To what lore exactly?
I am not sure. I'm not sure how to respond. I stare at him with a blank expression, then shrug.
Anyway, it's best if the bun is brioche, and the sauce is mayo, honey, and dried dill.
That is quite simple and nice. To be honest, you could have used fresh one, unless people in Canada don't have fresh dill. Oh my god, imagine not having fresh dill. I'm just gonna boast with my fresh dill as a European person. Why is he listening? Why is he listing the ingredients like I'm on some sort of cooking show?
Well, you never know how many people are watching. Might as well let them know how to make it themselves, right?
Huh? Well, only one person is watching so far, and I appreciate you a lot for being here. Watching? Is he streaming right now?
Nope. Anyways, let's dig in.
Are you recording it by any chance? Oh no. He starts to eat almost comically fast, like a cartoon character. It seems extremely unhealthy, but also kind of delicious. With his size, I doubt he eats like that this often too. To be honest, he doesn't seem too big, not too small, just proportionate. This must be special to him, so I decide to follow suit. And it's the best thing I've ever tasted in my life. And it sounds so simple too, I'm gonna freaking make it one day then. It's sweet and savory sauce, with a hint of dill. The sharpness of provolone, the crunch of the fried chicken. It's It's a symphony of flavor in perfect harmony with one another. And he's right, the brioche bun really brings it all together.
Save this one for special occasions, Delta. You don't want to wear it out. Trust me.
Will freaking do. I mean, that's kind of where it happens with what happens with special foods, you know. People tend to wear them out a lot, unfortunately. That's why you have to take it slowly with them. What the hell was that? What the hell just fell down? You gotta keep them for special occasion, especially your favorite foods, because if you wear them down, then well, they're gonna become stale and boring. Although I know people who would love to eat the same thing every single day, which is wild to me. So boring. I'm surprised that I've never heard of this sauce before.
It's actually a well-kept secret from where I used to live. Remember how I said I used to move around all the time? Every province has its own thing. So I have a lot of fun recipes.
That is awesome,
But this
then.
one always takes the cake. I'm a little sad that I stopped moving around, actually. Discovering regional things like this was always so much fun.
Man, there is a thunderstorm outside. Holy hell, I'm so happy about this. Yeah, he did say he moved around a lot, and yeah, it's annoying in a way. Like, I cannot imagine moving around all the time and living in different places. I asked him if he's comfortable elaborating, and he smiles. It doesn't appear to be a touchy subject, which is nice.
Well, I told you the system always kept me mobile, right? I was always in a
Yes.
foster home, or a group home of some sort. Depressing stuff. Kept causing fights and getting into trouble, so they kept moving me around.
I would never expect Taylor to be a fighter, or somebody who causes trouble.
They always said it was about location. Like, there was some magical place that had changed my life. Little did I know, it was Toronto. But not because of the city. It was my friends.
Well, people make all the difference, so what would you expect? Taylor, getting into fight and trouble? Yeah, I know, exactly, Delta. It sounds so friggin' unreal, especially with him. I guess it makes sense when I actually stop to think about it. It doesn't. It really doesn't to me. Like, okay, he has a very defined personality and such, but it doesn't seem like he would cause fights. I vaguely remember talk about how Taylor was a jerk for fun in the past. Huh? But that doesn't really correlate though. You can be like all words no action type of person, which is a very common thing. But the implication of foster homes and group homes worries me. That one definitely seems like a touchy subject, so I avoid it. I'm just happy that he finally found his calling and place in life. After we finish eating, he turns to face me while I'm sitting down. I do the same, and we share an awkward smile.
I'm sure you can understand. You've changed since you got here too.
Did I?
We're better together than we ever were apart, and it's a beautiful thing. I can't believe I used to push people away instead of embracing them.
Well, that takes time. That literally takes time to get used to people and being around them and doing things.
That would have made my vision come to pass for sure. Got a little tired of that thing having power over me. It wasn't really substantial, but it still kinda sucked.
Well, power is power no matter what, right? Well, what can you do though? Sometimes the things like that just happen. And over time you can just overcome such things. Like I did. I used to be incredibly like anti-people, just trying to avoid them all the time. And nowadays, holy hell, I would love to meet more people and just go around and visit them and dance and do whatever party with them. So the people can be so nice, especially in furry community for some reason. They are awesome. His vision sucked? This is the first time he mentions it, if I recall correctly. I tell him not to elaborate unless he's comfortable enough to do so.
It's really nothing. In fact, it almost feels abstract. I can't see anything at all. It's almost like complete darkness.
Aww.
All I know is that I feel lost and alone, knowing there's no one that cares.
Some can think about it this way, to be honest. It's like, I heard one thing today which kind of annoyed me in some ways because it generally goes against what I think personally. And it's basically that you should do something with your life that leaves an impact for future and not your current self. And to that I just think it's kind of pointless because that goes against enjoying your life, your current life, your only life. You can leave things behind, You can live for a better future, but you won't live to see that better future. So might as well just make the best of it, right? Take whatever the life throws your way.
And that's it. I just jolt back into consciousness. Pretty stupid vision, if you ask me. It's not useful at all. I beat it, too. I know that was the old me. Not this version.
Well, who knows? Maybe you will succumb to darkness at one point.
If I kept pushing people away, then I'd end up alone for sure. But now I have the best friends in the world, and the best fans. I guess mine was kind of a wake-up call, but that's pretty normal.
Maybe. Well, I mean, some people succumb to those visions and make them happen, from what I understand. Like killing people, robbing some things, you know? Trying everything to be successful, or the least successful, depending on what happens.
I'm far from the first guy who's made some changes due to their vision. Sometimes I wish there was a little more to it, you know?
Like, from what I understand,
Some
people
grand
embrace
destiny
Komorebi
to
as something
seize,
that
or
will
some
happen, and
extravagant
some
life.
embrace it as just a possibility, you know? And that's good that Taylor embraces it as a possibility, rather than seeing it as something that will happen and has to happen. Hello there, Astro. How are you doing? I hope you're doing really well. And my day so far has been quite okay, to be honest, although I was incredibly dizzy today. Like, imagine, I was just freaking overheated during the whole day. I recently took a freaking cold shower, and let me tell you, I feel like a new freaking person. And that's awesome. Because I had a headache, I was dizzy, everything was literally going downhill. I took a freaking shower and wabam! I'm newly born. Literally. Which is awesome. I feel so freaking well right now. I tell him that he already has that on his own. No vision required. And he has one of the highest sub counts in the world and kills every stream.
I guess it makes sense when you put it like that.
Oh, such flattery
From the
coming from
outside
Delta,
looking in,
huh?
I guess it must seem pretty impressive. But when you live it, every day is just like the last. It can lose some meaning.
Maybe it can. It actually depends on how well you maintain it, because what if you get bored of it at one point, or just think to yourself, I want more. I just want more. I want something more from the life. And it's like, why? You've got literally a dream. People who know you, people who possibly will remember you as something in history, which is awesome.
Even people at the top of the world are chasing their next big thrill. The things we dream of having can just fade away in the face of our next big goal. It's why I like to keep my life fresh and exciting, so nothing gets boring over time.
Well, go back to traveling there, then. Traveling is something that can keep you up to date, so to speak, and keep you fresh. Fresh like cold water with ice. Holy hell. Ah, I love this so much. Hello there, Jupiter. Jupiter? Yes, Jupiter. Hello there, Foxy. How are you doing? I'm doing well myself. Again, like I said to Astro, just being incredibly dizzy, incredibly headachy. But took a shower, so I am freaking good. Thank you very much for asking. I can understand that. From what he said, he enjoys having multiple sexual and romantic partners. All of a sudden, that lifestyle seems a bit like an act to defy his vision. If he was always with someone when the lights were out, then he would never be by himself. The nervous smirk he gives me at the exact moment only enforces my thought. Always joking about how the whole group should date. I understand it even more. He just doesn't want to be alone. And likewise, holy hell, that's always been my freaking nightmare. Just waking up one day, looking at phone, looking everywhere around me, and it's just emptiness. Nobody around, nobody to talk to. Freaking nightmare, literally. And I hope it won't ever happen. That's why I kind of want to build a freaking community at one point, right? It's something that personally drives me at this point. To just build something of myself, to just make people, so to speak. Nonetheless, how are you doing, Jupiter? I hope you're doing really well.
Anyway, I didn't mean to get all introspective. I actually just invited you over for some fun. Like, fun. It probably sounds shallow, but it's been on my mind since we met.
Huh? What do you mean by fun? Oh, unless he means that. What you call it? Oh yes, dirty snuggle. Let's do it.
However,
Why not?
after getting to know you, I've
The
changed my
dirty
mind.
snuggle there.
So an arrangement like that
One
isn't
and
something I'd
only,
just jump
right?
into.
The thing that
I value
will
your friendship, Delta.
pretty much
But
do
I'm open
many,
to some
many things to
benefits.
us. This is also on brand for Taylor. That's that. Yes, that is also on brand for me to have such a bad reading skills. Nonetheless, this is also on brand for Taylor. That I'm not even surprised. This is the guy that flirted with me the second after we met. With everything he said, I figured he was after this all along. And I know Isaac would be fine with it, even if we are dating. He even said so back on our first date at the triple R, just to set that standard. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. I should answer to Taylor's question. Friends with benefits? And possibly the option for something more?
What do you say, Delta? No strings attached. But rope? Now that's a different story.
Oh my god! Wow! That's that's the last thing I expected from him. Freaking rope. Why? Literally, why? Why rope? Don't do rope. Rope is bad for you. Rope is really bad for your health, okay? I'm a little tired today. I may go to bed early, like 9 p.m. or something. Good luck then. Hope you get some rest. A lot of rest, in fact. All the freaking rest. You need all the rest, okay? Please take care of yourself. I mean, it's not a hard choice. Honestly, if I were to choose myself, I would just go for every single one of them, because why not? So, let's do it. Well, let's just do it. Sure, I'm down to give it a shot.
Glad to hear it. Really, I am.
Romance Taylor, but
Just so
rope?
you know, I didn't want to do it right now.
Dot.
This was just to break the ice and share a special meal.
All
I
right.
want our friendship to be just as important as anything else we do. But New Year's Eve is coming up, and that's always a romantic night. Go out with the others, and you'll have a date for every midnight.
That is true. Oh my god. Imagine that. So there's this quantum leap concept, right? And suddenly it turns into a quantum leap with romance. Holy hell, that sounds so awesome and dirty. And oh my god. So much going on. I would love that, to be honest. He gives me a scoff smile and he's more comfortable all of a sudden. I guess if he was thinking of this ever since we first met, it's been on his mind a lot.
I'm glad we could clear the air and figure out what's going on. How about we just relax now and enjoy each other's company? I
Alright.
could show you some of my big career highlights too.
Oh my god, he's so self-centered at the same time, right? It's so weird. Because normally I dislike people who are so self-centered. I smile at him and tell him that I would love to do that. It's important to learn about the content my friend creates. If we all supported each other, there's nothing we couldn't do. I'm also grateful that he didn't want to rush into things. I value his friendship as well, so it didn't make sense to jump right into that stuff. It's nice to know that I was valued in return. I'm definitely closer to him than before. And because of that, I'm sure he would find a future that's truly free from the darkness. Wow. That's so weird and wholesome and naughty. I love that. It's weirdly naughty, right? But also so wholesome in so many aspects.